Back in the 70s, board games and improv theater had a baby, and it was called the role-playing game. These games allowed a generation of kids to live out their dreams of slaying dragons and saving kingdoms, all while sitting in their bedrooms and basements. Today, gaming has moved into the cultural mainstream, and role-playing games are back with a vengeance. Join us now as 5 of these former kids come out of the basement and onto the internet to experience adventure, mystery, and obscure pop culture references. It's time for Roll for Combat.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat. I'm your GM and host Stephen Glicker, and in this week's show, the boys finally get to explore the Acheron. Last week they were bitten by some horrible space dogs. What horrible thing is going to happen to them this week? So it finally happened. I was afraid of this. We play on the internet. There was always a chance of catastrophic failure, and sure enough, it finally happened. Basically, I record using Discord, and one of the nice things about that is that it records everyone into separate channels. However, the night that we recorded this episode, the internet was acting up, and for whatever reason, what we got was completely unusable garbage. Everyone's cut off, it's very staticky, it just couldn't be used whatsoever. Luckily, I always have a backup. I have backups of backups since I'm in technology, and I had a backup on my computer. And the good news is, it sounds perfect. It sounds really good. There's a bit of messiness in the beginning of the episode for the first couple of minutes. That's just because the internet was acting up. Not my internet, actually. There were issues because everyone uses Google as their backbone, but around the same time we recorded this episode. So just bear with the beginning of the episode where it might sound a little wonky, but then it cleans itself up. However, it's definitely not the same quality in some ways as the past episode, so I'm just warning you now. But, as they say, better than nothing, and I was expecting to just have a monologue and to explain what happened in this episode rather than letting you hear it. So, we still have the episode. There are little beeps and boops you might hear in there. That's because it records off my desktop. So whenever my desktop made some sound, you would actually hear it in the episode. I cut out about 95% of those desktop sounds, and it took me several days to do, and it was quite tedious. I now have my desktop sounds all turned off in the future, so if I ever have to do this again, I will never have to go through the days and days of manually cutting out tons of little pieces of audio. But just stick with it. It sounds really good. It's the same quality and the same people you've always heard. We still have the sound effects. We still have all the special effects in there. So just FYI, if you're wondering why the episode sounds a little bit different this week. But for those of you in technology, I warn you, always have backups and always have backups of your backups. Something else I'm going to change is a lot of people just want to get into the show. So I'm going to put all my GM notes and hints and tips and anything else at the end of the show from now on. So now the format will be, we'll just do a little intro, get right into the show, and then at the end we'll go through like anything I have thinking about, any contests, and anything else coming up. That way you can relax. So with that, enjoy the show. So last we left off, you guys fought these Akatas. You did pretty well, except for Rusty Carter, who managed to avoid damage every single fight to date. Not only got bitten, but is now horribly diseased and fatigued and weakened. So we'll see what happens to him. Cheddar's a little scratched up. You found some cool loots. And now, well, now you just have to investigate the rest of the ghost ship. What are you going to do?
Investigate the rest of the ghost ship?
I think we had these doors both. Were they opened?
John Statz is playing the Vesk soldier, Mo Dupinsky.
Yes, all the doors are open in the spaceship so far.
Right. There's no air in the atmosphere, correct?
There's no air in the atmosphere. The lights are dim, so those of you with dark vision can see fine. Other those of you who have comm units can use your flashlights to turn them on so you can see, which I believe is 2 of you. And I think, and you found some loots You actually looted the cocoons, which was that cool narquil metal that was made out of the cocoons. You found some of that. Right.
We piled that onto our own ship, I believe, right?
Yeah, you found some UPBs. You found 300 UPBs. And you found that tactical...
What's that? What is that?
Chris Beamer is playing the Lashunta operative, Hirogi.
The UPBs, those are the ones that are used for crafting.
There's a little, nanobot that you use to make stuff out of.
Jason McDonald is playing the Yosoki mechanic, Tuttle Blacktail, and his drone, Cheddar.
Yeah, and you also found the tactical arc emitter, which the only person who can use is Mo, which is pretty cool because it will actually fire a cone of electricity in front of you. So although it doesn't do a lot of damage, you can hit like a ton of people with it or a ton of creatures. So it's kind of neat.
Particularly if he's up front and they're in front of him. That would be cool.
Bob Marquis is playing the human envoy, Rusty Carter.
That is cool.
Oh, he's going up front. He's going to say, boys, what do you say? You want to go check out the rest of this ship?
Well, before you go headlong, I might want to be a good GM and mention that you guys did take some damage. Some of you are down stamina points. Cheddar is down some hit points. And it looks like it's quiet now. So if you want to take a 10-minute rest to get up some of your stamina, you can. Or you can just charge ahead. It's really up to you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe a rest will help me in any way, right?
No, it will not, but it will get you back some of your stamina points.
Yeah, your stamina comes back.
Your
Well, if you guys don't mind, I'll take the rest to get Cheddar back to where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Or at least, it's only like 2 points of damage, but still, every little bit helps.
Did I even take stamina damage?
Yeah, I'm looking at what... did I also? I don't even know.
I'm willing to rest. Sounds good.
How much do you get back when you take a rest?
All.
You get them all back. So maybe it's... And that uses a resolve point, right?
It uses one of your resolve points. You all have fresh resolve points. You've done nothing. You've done this once since we even started the game. Tuttle, on the other hand, is totally fresh. So if you want to use a resolve point, Tuttle can spend his 10 minutes healing up Cheddar, too, if you wish.
Yeah, I guess so. It seems kind of lame that it's only going to be like 2 points, but whatever. I'll do it.
Okay. So you spend your 10 minutes. It's actually relaxing for mechanics, it turns out, because the rule is during the 10 minutes you can't do anything at all that requires any effort. But for mechanics, repairing their drones is considered relaxing. So
it's therapeutic.
So while he's doing that, everyone else can heal up if they want.
I will as well.
Mo hasn't taken any damage. So.
I am taking a rest to heal.
Is there gravity? Is
Yes.
it normal on this?
Yeah.
He said gravity, yes, no air.
All right.
I wonder if you can turn the air on.
We don't have power. We have to do something in the bridge to unlock something in our warp core here. Got a warp core drive next to us, and I think that's the situation.
That's a quantum singularity drive.
Yeah.
You do know the Romulans used a forced singularity as their power.
I did not know that.
Okay, you guys should be all healed up.
I think we have a gravity drive.
I can't forget about my days attack.
So all of you have those things. All of you had your resolve points removed, except for Mo, who appears to be invulnerable. So
Yeah, just chilling.
I forget if I did this last time, but after Hiroji's done with his short rest, he lights up one of his little mini cigarellos and then takes his knife and cuts a piece off of that beast and puts it in his pocket.
yeah, you did that last time. You took a tentacle.
Yeah,
and maybe you'll take another tentacle.
Nope, I just need one.
Wait, you can't.
Huh?
You're smoking in here?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I can't smoke.
There's no
That's right.
There's no air. You can't smoke in here.
Oh, that's right. I keep
Put that
forgetting.
away,
It's so
you
difficult
foolish man.
to remember that we're in space.
Oh, speaking of being in space and walking into the engine room, do any of us have anything like a radiation detector?
I have a Geiger counter.
And what does it say?
And Mo also has one.
Okay, what does it say? We're walking into the engine
There's
room.
no
It
radiation.
strikes
We
me
checked
as-
this out.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I was
we-
wondering about that.
Pretty sure we did it last time.
There's no radiation about. I'm just giving you crap.
All right, so I guess you have to hold a flashlight. That's unfortunate.
Yes, but you do have your comm unit, which has the flashlight built into it, So at least you can see within 15 feet, and there's no miss penalty. But anyone away from you, other than 15 feet, you will have a 20% miss penalty unless someone else is near him. And the flashlight only goes 20 feet anyhow.
But a comm unit is that something you hold also?
No, that's like in your head. It's basically, I'm going to rule, it doesn't say, I'm going to rule that the flashlight, it's like aliens, and it's just like in your head, and you sort of look around, and wherever you're looking is where the flashlight goes. It's like a headlamp.
Okay, so it can be attached to like the armor or something, maybe.
You can do that with your flashlight if you really want, but if you're going to attach it to your arm, then I'm going to have to rule, like, you're going to kind of need to use that arm.
No, I mean to your armor.
Oh, the armor? Yeah, it's the same thing. It says it's part of the comm unit, so I would, again, say the flashlight. Unless you really want to go crazy and for some reason want to have the flashlight, like, pointed behind you, I would say it's pointing the direction you're looking.
Okay, the main thing is, do I need to have a free hand to use it?
No, you do not.
Okay, all right, so I'll be using the flashlight with not. I'll have a gun in one hand.
Is Hirogi's class basically the science fiction equivalent to the lantern bearer? Is that what you pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right, that's what I thought.
I'm basically the pack rat.
Pack mule?
Yeah, all right, you pack rats, are you ready to ramble?
Yes.
Arg.
All right, we're going to push forward. Mo's going to lead the way here. Push down the corridor.
So you go down the corridor to the east, and again, you were just right now in what appears to be the engineering bay. The engineering drive and the power appears to be really, really low, like at 1%. There are large double doors to the east, and they appear to be open.
Oh, goody. We should do a pincer maneuver, guys.
All right, so you can see there appears to be another, hallway that goes further out into the east from this engineering room.
I say to Tuttle, Tuttle, we might want to have a look at this engine room. Perhaps we can restore life support.
I think we took a look at the computer console and determined that it's being locked out at the bridge, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, you are correct. That last session, you looked at the computer console, and you guys were locked out of the bridge. It looks like all the main, it was all locked down here. You can see that minimum power was on, and that all the safeties were on, and that there was nothing you can do from the engineering bay.
All right. Say, Rusty, are you feeling all right? You look a little.
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
You don't look so good.
Let's get Cheddar up here too.
Give me a perception roll, Mr. Mo. 19, a perception check.
Yeah, with my +1.
No, you are very perceptive for a Vesk. You see a long...
I can see dim conditions, too.
Yeah,
so dim light doesn't bother me.
A long corridor seems to run most of the length of this ship from bow to stern. Signs of battle, bullet holes, scorch marks, and droplets of blood are clearly visible on the walls and floors. You also see a small body in a spacesuit that lies sprawled on the floor in the middle of a junction in the hallway ahead, about 30 feet to your east.
All right. Gentlemen, there is a dead creature ahead of us. I'll approach it, or actually,
hold on. Don't eat it. I know that's your first instinct, but...
Oh, no.
I'll cover you.
How much is Cheddar I don't know, guinea pig for these situations? How much is he?
I would say, I mean, it's not speaking for Tuttle, but I'm thinking not much, because...
he can go up there and hit it with his stick or poke it with his...
Yeah, that's basically what I mean.
I worry that Cheddar might break, though.
Right. Well,
I'll be brave, because I'm brave.
All right, you guys, get up here.
Looks like there might have been a battle here.
Yeah, there's a high chance we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blind alleys and a door ahead. I want to get to that. I'm going to go up. Let's see. What do I have? Do I have anything at all that's like... I don't have the 10-foot pole equivalent. So. All right. Well, I'm going to... move up here. Do I see anything down the hallways?
That would be the 10-foot tensile conductive rod or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mark 3.
Yeah, you do you peek your head around the corridors?
Yeah, I'll move up also.
Yeah, what about the other way?
I'll take a look to the south.
I'm forward up. No, that's fine.
Yeah, you look to the south and you see a corridor that goes down about 25 feet. You also see a door to the southwest that is also open. To the very south, you see something interesting. You see what appears to be the airlock to the south of the ship. Well, of course, there's no south, but you know what I'm talking about. To the north, you see a very similar corridor, almost a mirror of this one. Again, it goes about 25 feet to the north. There's a door to the northwest, and there again appears to be an airlock right above you. Give me a perception check, both Mo and Hirogi.
Oh, another one. All right. 18! There you go.
Wow,
16.
Mo's on fire with his one perception. So where are you looking, Mo? Give me what you're looking at. Then I'll tell you what you see.
north. Let's say north.
Okay, you look north, and you notice there appears to be more of those cocoon things in the corner, similar to what you had before. There appears to be more. Now, you've seen little bits and pieces throughout the corridors, which I presume you've just been picking up and pocketing while you're moving. But there appears to be a larger pile to the north this time. In Hirogi, you can't really see that great, but in front of you, it appears to be a dead body inside of a weird-looking spacesuit on the floor.
Wow.
Now, did those things jump out of the cocoons last time?
They were basically... You're not exactly sure because they surprised you. You weren't sure if they were already in the cocoons and then they leaped out, or if they were just in the cocoon area, almost using it like a nest, and then they jumped out at you. You aren't 100% sure.
And the ones that I see, are they cracked? Are they opened? Or are they secure?
You see pieces like all over the place. Like it looks like an egg kind of cracked in half.
Okay, so these are obviously those animals. I want to get Cheddar on point on this because he is invulnerable to their disease effects and stuff like that.
He's not invulnerable to getting chewed to pieces, though.
These don't do.
That's fine.
They don't do any damage. Like I thought it was like 1 to 4 or 1 to 2 or something like.
Send in the tactical police robot.
Send in the car.
Pretty much.
Send in the car.
It's like he's like the bomb disposal robot.
Yeah, the bomb disposal unit.
Oh, by the way, so the fans love Cheddar, by the way. So what is Cheddar's voice like, Jason? Does he have the Sean Connery, Bane-esque voice, which you do so well? Or what type of voice is he going to have?
I'll have to give that some thought. I don't think the Connery voice is really the right thing for the robot.
Yeah.
Well, he could always say the quip, though. You have a perfect quip machine here.
Oh, I think Tuttle might very well program some jokes into its repertoire, into its AI. But I'll have to give the voice some thought. I'm using the kind of standard deadpan robotic voice, but we'll have to give it some character at some point.
Cool.
You have to be better than some robots in history. I mean, Johnny 5, C-3PO. These are all.
I'm thinking more like Lost in Space or Robbie the Robot.
Ah, that'd be good.
Gilbert Gottfried, maybe?
Oh, really? So as Cheddar rumbles in to the corridor, suddenly you see something leap out of the cocoon as it has been awoken by the rustle and noise. And yep, it is one of those creatures again.
Good call, bringing Cheddar up. Right.
Roll for combat!
This is perfect.
Where did you get that picture, by the way?
The picture? That's from the Adventure Path. They provided it. I know it's gorgeous.
It looks like it does look. What's that movie? Live, Die, Repeat. With Tom Cruise.
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. It does look like one of those. It looks like the Alpha.
Yeah,
Huh.
that was a good movie.
Yeah,
That's a really good.
They're making the sequel. Anyhow, Mo is up. You go first as you catch the sight of this thing moving, and you're like, "Up, here we go, boys."
I do have a clear line of sight to that thingy do, right?
Completely.
Okay. I'm going to use my
It's about 20 feet north of you.
Yeah, I'm going to just use my laser rifle.
You do remember, I'm being nice because we play only once a week or so. They have resistance to fire.
Oh, that's right. That was like 10 minutes ago.
Well, you're right. In game time, that's why I tell you, because if we were playing in one long session, you would totally remember, and I don't want to be that guy. So I'm like, anything you learn, I'll tell you.
What's Mo's intelligence, though? Because, I mean, it could be the other thing.
It's at least 10 minutes worth of intelligence. So
Intelligent
that's
enough, we hope.
kind of a bummer.
There's always grenades.
I'm going to...
You can delay.
See, the thing is I'm delaying until after the monster attacks. So it's basically giving the monster a free attack. And I'd rather him attack Cheddar than me.
You have a good fort save. You might survive.
Yeah, I know.
Cheddar is deleting you from the Christmas card subroutine.
All right, you know what, Cheddar? Okay, I'm gonna use my assault hammer and I'm gonna charge him.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Oh, okay.
That's basically my only options. Can I do that as a move? Or do I have to?
Yeah, you go through Cheddar. You have more than enough
Yeah.
space. You move 35, so you can easily get up there. Yeah, you get
right,
right
so-
into his face, pull out that assault hammer, and you're going to go, what did you used to say, Gallagher on him?
Oh, yeah, he's watermelling this thing.
Pull out the hammer, and... Oh, you easily hit. You roll a 17
Nice.
for 23. You do 10 points of damage.
Max damage.
That's true. You do totally smush the crap out of the... And he is
Now,
up.
does it whimper like a little puppy dog?
It actually doesn't really make any noise.
In the space, no one can hear you screaming.
Well, it is the vacuum of space.
That
There is that.
is literally what we're talking about here. Mr. Mo just became target number 1.
Which I wonder if your pistol.
Yeah,
would even work.
that's the trade-off I get.
Oh, he bites you.
A 12-point bite. Wow.
He crit you.
Critted
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
He critted you for 12 points. Good thing is you have a lot of stamina points. So you have, what is it, 20 stamina
Enough.
points?
I got enough.
Give me, as it bites into you and you feel the saliva going into
Fort
your veins,
save.
give me your fort save.
Do I have to just do one?
You just press the F button and we'll see what happens.
21.
21.
Oh, I don't know if that's going to be enough.
You're like, man, it feels like a shot of whiskey. It didn't even hurt you. You're like, that's it? That's all you got? Tuttle, you're up. You're actually up before Cheddar.
Okay,
Tuttle
I'm going to-
can't see this, by the way. You're in a bad spot. You could hear it, though.
well, I am going to move up so I can
Tuttle
get
doesn't. Oh, Tuttle.
get to the
Tuttle,
intersection.
Yeah, Tuttle's far away, but he has dark vision, right?
I do have dark vision. I was actually going to keep an eye on the south just in case anything comes at us from the south.
Definitely the south is going to be his ambush situation.
And then I'm going to send Cheddar into the fray to help Mo out.
Okay. Cheddar
Here comes the beating protocol.
misses. He rolls a 6, gets a
Oh,
10.
Cheddar.
Should have used the whoop-ass protocol.
Rusty.
Okay, I'm on it. I'm not afraid of this thing.
Rusty, give me a gun.
Rusty,
Again.
you should run to the south so that you're furthest away from that thing, so you're protected.
I thought of that, and yet there seemed to have been a problem the last time I did that. However, I do mention to Hirogi, it's like, certainly, I mean, I think it's great that you're a repeat customer. No problem. So with one of my guns, I shoot at the creature.
You get a -4 for cover.
I
right?
get so much
Yeah.
minus. You don't
You're
need
looking-
to...
Yes.
I'm at -27 against the creature. Don't.
Really?
He rolls a
And you roll a
6 and gets a 6, but that's actually a -4. You rolled a 2 because it has soft cover. So
It's fine.
you're seeing double, and you're like, I see a monster, and I see Mo, and I see Cheddar. I'm just gonna fire in there and hope something hits.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also
Right,
see my Aunt
right.
Susie. She gave me candy when I was 10. She was so sweet to me. It's great.
All right, so I'm going to grab his other pistol out of his holster,
Wow.
Excellent.
You're just going to go
Nice
for
doing
it.
business with you.
Yes. I'm like, you know what? I may need to hold on to this for a little while.
Well, then we're going to talk hourly rate. That's fine. We
He
can
is
talk
behind
hourly
you.
rental.
His back is to you. You're allowed to do that.
I think that counts as a move action, right?
Yeah, it's a move action to take it out of someone else's.
Can I fire from here?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I will do so. I don't get my trick attack.
Nope, you do not.
You're shooting laser pistols at him?
No, I grabbed his pistol off his. It's an actual pistol.
Okay.
Well, you rolled an 8, but then you're -4 because of cover, so it's 8. So you
Now, can I
miss.
move? Or
No, because you
Not
used your
really.
move
No, I
and then
did
you
that, yeah.
fired, so you're done.
right?
Mo is up once again.
I guess it's damage time, I guess, if it's my turn. Yeah. More of the same.
Hammer time.
Hammer time seemed to work
Yeah,
last
hammer
time.
There we are. Only
I'm
for 5.
I'm all for the hammer. I like the
Rolled lowest possible. And I'm going to do a 5-foot step.
Hammer. There is no 5 foot.
Guarded
Nobody
step.
can-
Step, for Christ's sakes.
hammer. Yeah, you can.
They put me in the mix. Hammer. Hammer.
So this thing is semi-smart, and it's going to go after living prey.
Of course it will.
It's hungry. All right. The good news is it rolled an 8, which actually was a 16, so it barely
Jeez.
missed you.
Wow.
That's the good
What's
news.
what's my armor class?
Bad news is, where's
17.
number 2?
Now comes the bad news. Here comes the front. So from the south corridor, which the door is open,
Oh,
you
no.
see more coming.
Cheddar! Cheddar!
The good news is they have to use all of their movement to get up to you, so they're not going to actually attack you. But there's now 2 right next to Tuttle, and
Oh,
Cheddar
okay.
and Tuttle are up.
Can I guarded step diagonally? Because
Of
I can't
course you
step
can.
back. Okay, I just want
Yes.
to make sure. I'm going to guarded step for myself, and then I'm going to use my overcharge ability to make my pistol do an extra D6 damage, but it costs 3 times the charges.
Nice. That's
Because it's a
awesome.
fire-based pistol, so I'm going to try to get past the resistance to fire by charging up my pistol extra hot. So we'll see if this works.
So you
Hirogi,
hit.
it's hero time.
So how much extra
Hero
damage
time
do you
coming.
do?
It does an extra D6.
D6. So roll a D6 and I'll add it to the damage that you're doing. 2.
Ugh.
No, you meant to roll a 6 there.
Yeah. Mate, that's a 6. That should be a 6.
You can't. Well,
He healed at 1.
it went backwards. No, you actually did -1 damage, which really is 0 damage because it does. The laser pistol does 1d4, then you did 2, but you still couldn't get past its resistance. So you actually did -1. So you did absolutely nothing to him.
Fantastic.
Wow. So how much damage was that total?
4.
Okay.
So some bad rolls as well. Okay.
Sorry, but I'm going to have to...
Cheddar's
well,
still
see-
up. Unless you want to. Well, you already did your guarded step, and that's a move action.
So
yes.
I can only do a move or an attack. I can't do both. So I could...
You want to move him.
I think you may have taken all your actions. That's the thing.
No, Cheddar.
Well, no,
gets
but I
one
guess I get
action.
1.5 between the two of us.
Oh, cool. That's great.
So,
Yeah. I don't need
Um,
help with this.
I'm sorry, you do or you don't?
I don't. No, get
All
him
right.
out
Yeah,
of
it seems
there.
like you've been doing good damage, so I'm going to at least move Cheddar down and put him between me and one of the bad puppies.
Yeah, you could totally move Cheddar on top of that dead body, by the way. So
I think Hirogi is going to protect us. So
You
you
hear
don't
the
need to
crunching
worry
of
too much about
bones as
that.
he rolls over
That's
the
fine.
dead body.
yeah, there's literally a dead body between you and the beasts in the south, and Cheddar goes right on top of it, and you just hear crunching and mangled.
Uneven terrain. Making the terrain even.
Rusty's
Uneven terrain detected. Compensating.
Rusty's worst nightmare. He's caught between 3 of these creatures again.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually better off than last time, oddly enough. Okay, here's the thing. At my -3 to attack, actually, there's nothing between me and him, is there?
Not the one directly to south of you. The one to southeast, there's soft cover.
Yes, I'm only at a -3 against that one. Okay. I was actually thinking of doing like full round of attacks just because I wasn't going to hit anything anyway, so I was only hoping for a 20. But if I might actually hit on my own, I won't bother.
Well, if you're only going to hit with the 20 anyhow, you might as well just do 2 attacks.
But I'm saying the one directly south of me, I don't believe that's the case because I'm only at a -3 against that one. So I don't.
And the one to the
extra
north.
-4.
And the one to the north. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I don't
one.
care
That
about
was clear, too. Okay.
That's fine.
Actually,
no, that's John's problem.
Yeah.
So I am shooting. Oh, though there's an argument for killing it. Okay, I'm going to shoot John's. You convinced me.
Okay. Guess what?
Oh, glory of the kill.
Are you kidding me? I do all the damage.
No. I did all the damage.
Oh.
You're mistaken there. See,
He
look,
crits.
I shot it and it died, and that's what happened.
Was that a full round attack or a normal
No,
attack?
that was just a regular attack.
Oh, my God.
I moved a little out of the way, so. But that's okay. Now you can run down in front of me and protect me. That's great. Thanks. I'm done.
Hirogi, what are you going to do?
Oh, no.
It doesn't matter what gaming system we're playing. Bob always kill steals from the back. He always does it. Every single thing.
Wait, when I was the paladin, I kill still from the front.
Yeah, I don't think... No.
Except I think when you were the paladin, I was the kill stealer.
These things
Oh,
didn't get
yeah,
multiple
that's right. You
attacks,
were, weren't you?
These things
Yeah.
don't get multiple attacks, right?
Every single thing can do multiple attacks. Some things, anything can do a full round attack. They just get -4 to both attacks.
All right. So I could take a guarded step right over here.
That is correct.
I'll do my trick attack. So let's do that.
Is it a minor action for you?
It's just a thing that I can do as an operative is I can move up to my full speed and do a full as a full attack action. I move up to my full speed and do a trick attack.
That's different than a guarded step. Guarded step is a different action. You can move, but you can't
is
do.
it?
Yeah. You can't do your trick attack and a guarded step. You can do a move and your trick attack.
You're fine where you are, Chris. Hirogi.
Well, I have a pistol in point blank range.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That will provoke.
Yeah,
There's only three things to provoke, and that's one of them.
Moving is the other one, though, right?
And moving's the other one. You got 2. Can you cast a spell and then you get all 3?
What's my armor class?
Not enough.
Definitely.
It
not
might
enough.
be. I have a feat. It's called mobility.
You get a +8, Chris. Don't worry about the armor class. They're going to hit.
What do you mean? No, they may not, because I have mobility.
Yeah, they get +8.
I understand, but my mobility makes my armor class go up by 4, which is nice.
Oh, you mean an attacks of opportunity? Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Then again, I do have a melee weapon, so I can activate as a free action. I believe that wrist sheath thing, right?
Swift, but same difference. Yes.
Swift, and I should be able to full attack on it from there with that.
Yeah, you can. I thought you had the knife in your hand already, though.
Oh yeah, because I don't have the flashlight.
Yeah, you said you. I'm actually trying to help you. I think you said you have. You basically have the knife in one hand, gun in the other. You're right next to the creature. If you want to do your sneak attack, you can't take a guard step. If you want to take this step,
Right,
it's going to attack
I'm
you.
going to stab him.
You should do a knowledge check, too, if you can.
I did already last time.
On these guys for vulnerabilities?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did.
I did already.
I think that was how we discovered the fire issue.
They're susceptible to salt water.
Oh, that's right.
So all you need to do is cry on it.
All right, so that should pass.
Oh, you're going to do operative attack on it? Okay, you easily
Trick,
you trick attack him. All right, you hit it.
No, that's not a hit. That's just
I meant you hit the. I know what you meant.
to succeed,
You hit the
yeah.
number to fake him out. So now you're going to do your stabby stab.
Where's Hirogi? I don't even see him.
Oh, does max damage. He rolls a 17, hits 21, does 4
His trick
points of
attack
damage.
was saying, "Who's a good boy?" and the dog start wagging.
Wait, I do additional damage though.
I know. You do another extra d4. Roll it.
1d4.
2 damage. So 6
Nice.
points of damage. Good
And I'm
job.
done.
You are done. Oh, boy.
Hey, that's great. I did that much and killed one.
I know what he's doing. He's expecting Mo to save him. Mo, are you going to save your friend Hirogi?
Is there still a charge maneuver?
I think there is.
I'm next to this doorway. Is this doorway open?
Oh, yeah. Totally open. There's a room in there and everything.
What's in that room? Is there any critters or anything in there?
You look in there real quick, and that appears to be cargo. There's a lot of cargo, a lot of crates. There's no one.
Okay.
There's nothing moving though in that room.
Okay, that's all I'm doing. Just peripheral vision. Okay, so I'm gonna run up for it. Of course, I'm gonna save Hirogi.
So as a
Rusty?
charge, you can move up
You
to
meant
double.
Rusty. Yeah.
You can, as a charge, you can move up to double your speed in a straight line and then make a single melee attack. But it's not as good. You get a -2 to your attack. So
The charge?
You used to get a +1.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it basically it just lets you do a single melee attack. When you charge, you take a -2 penalty to your attack roll and your armor class.
Yeah,
Only reason you would do it is it lets you move double and still attack. They totally changed it.
Yeah, I don't need to do that.
Nope. So which
All
one
right,
do you
so
attack?
I'm just moving 25 feet and bring out the Hammer of Justice.
Oh, that's a bad name. We
Old
need
Bertha or something.
you need a good name, man.
Hammer of Justice. There it is. Oh no!
You need a
No
better
justice.
you need a better name. It rejected that name as you roll a 4.
Roll a 4. Oh, that's so grim.
You're done.
That's
Hammer of Whiffness.
Justice is blind.
Hammer of Whiffness.
So anyhow, hold on. I'm going to have this one attack you on the south. So right to the south bites Mr. Attempts to bite. He hit. Max damage. Hits you with a 15, 23 points. 23 for 8 points of damage. Give me that fortitude save, baby.
yeah. I'm
16.
not always gonna make these.
You're fine so far. And then the
Where's
other
our healer?
then the other one bites. Actually, it's going to bite you because Cheddar's right in front of it. And he hits Cheddar with a 17, gets a 25. He does 7 points of damage, but only 6 because 1 is mitigated by the toughness.
We see the sparks starting to come out of that.
Ha.
Tuttle's up. Well, you have a nice little wall in the corridor. They can't get through the wall of Cheddar and Mo. Although Cheddar's half dead, and Mo is into his hit points. So
Yeah, you know what? I shouldn't be into my hit points. The first
Yeah,
one
you
hit
are.
for 10.
You've
No.
taken 20 damage.
Oh, 20?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I
Yeah,
was
you
for
got 12
16.
last time and an 8 this time.
All right,
Yeah.
I remembered 10, and then
No, you did 10 points of damage. It critted you, remember?
I think these guys want a frag
Oh,
grenade.
yeah.
Is what I think.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Always a grenade. Grenade is the answer for every problem.
I'm gonna just drop my gun because it's useless against these guys. Pull out a grenade, and can I still throw the grenade? The drop
Yeah.
of the gun is still a free
Free
action.
action, yeah.
Okay. So then I'll throw the grenade.
Yeah, this is grenade time, isn't it?
I presume you're throwing it. I'm going to put down the template for you. You're going to throw it there, so you hit the actual...
Yeah, I'm gonna lob it a little bit behind them so that they don't, so our guys don't get caught in the blast.
Okay, there's a grenade on your sheet. Just attack the ground. Make sure you don't miss, because if you do, then you get what we're going to affectionately call a Hirogi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guess
don't
what?
Hirogi it up.
You Hirogi'd it up. You missed the ground.
Jesus Christ.
You rolled a 4.
Wow.
Roll a 1d8, and we'll see what direction
So,
it lands.
fire in the hole is what's going on.
Grenade!
Oh,
No,
dear.
jump on it. Dive on it.
7. Ooh, 7's not a good one. Actually, it's not that bad. Now roll a 1d4, so it's going to go to the east. So
Oh, that's a good one.
that's not so bad. And now roll 1d4 to see how many squares it goes. So 3. So there's no door or wall in that direction. So I'm going to roll that somehow you managed to pinball this thing. You missed. It ricocheted against the right wall, bounced back, hit the left wall, and then ended up exactly where you wanted it anyhow and blew up.
Off
Good.
the
A
backboard.
convenient piece of conduit in the right place.
And now you're like,
No,
oh
that-
yes, I calculated that all
Totally
along."
planned that.
That's how I throw a grenade.
Excellent job.
When you
Tuttle.
understand advanced spatial relationships,
That's what we get for sending in an engineer to do a man's work, is what we're getting.
So the grenade goes off. It hits both of these nasty little creatures. Let me do the reflex roll. The reflex was a 12, by the way. The reflex is based on your strength, and it's not per weapon. It's based on you. It's on strength, believe it or not. It's weird the way grenades work. So the DC was 12. They hit a 7 and a 6, so it does full damage. Roll 1d6. See how much damage it does to them. Excellent, too.
come on,
Well,
better than nothing.
it's
but
better
not
than
by
a
much.
1.
That is literally the
Chiseling
most.
away.
it's literally what it is.
That's mathematically true. That's the most mathematically accurate phrase you can provide. It is in fact 2 is in fact better than a 1.
That is
I'm
correct.
glad we established that.
I presume you're done. And now Cheddar is up.
Yeah,
Just
sadly.
think of it this way: you did 4 damage. That's what you should think. 4 damage.
Yeah, you did well. Cheddar.
Go, Cheddar.
The only problem is those grenades ain't cheap.
Cheddar.
Oh,
Hits with an 18.
Cheddar should have gone for the other one.
He did
Club
20.
it.
Yeah, he did. He hits with a 22. Hits max 8 points of damage on the club. Hits the squishy space dog. Rusty, are you just going to relax? Are you going to do anything? Are you just going to cheer on your friends?
No, I think
Can you
that
heal us?
the rat had a rodent-like clever idea, so I'm going to toss a frag grenade
Oh man.
Oh, boy.
with my -3 to.
You know, if
make
you guys
sure
are going to do
nothing
this,
will
you
go
should
wrong.
specialize in grenades. This is like not good.
You mean be proficient?
Yeah, for proficient or
None of us are
Where's the
proficient except
fun
for
in
you.
that?
Yeah, I'm not-
I'm the only one. I'm the only one, and I don't even carry grenades.
So
Well-
you're gonna do it in the exact same location, I
Yeah.
presume.
Of course, obviously.
Knowing where your grenade's
could
going to go.
bounce it
So
back in our
great.
I'm
face,
trying to do what he did with the triple ricochet,
And
I missed the ground. No, I
again.
You may yet do it.
No, that's
You
all right.
guys have
We did-
never hit
we-
with a grenade ever.
I have.
This
I
is
hit
so
the
bad.
Wait, it's a
previous
DC. What do you need to hit?
You need
DC
a 10.
10.
Oh, you got a -1. That's funny.
Minus
Actually,
because
hold on. Let me
precisely
double
I
check.
have a -3 to hit.
I thought it was a 5.
I thought it was a
-4
5
if
too.
you're
Hold
not
on.
proficient.
You might be right. Hold on.
That's a good question. I
Good thing
thought
these
it
are
was
like
a
little
10.
firecracker M80 grenades. Like, wait till it's like the fusion plasma grenade that costs
That's true. We are
20,000
setting
The
up.
credits.
miniature black hole grenade. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Because they do that. It's weird. It's a one-shot items that cost like thousands and tens of thousands of credits. Actually, apparently the boards are complaining about that. They're like, we spend like 50,000 credits on an item that you can use only one. But it's a grenade. No one said you had to use it. Like, if you can catch a whole group
Well,
of people,
I can
it's totally
afford
worth
to
it.
spend this grenade because I'm making a lot of money on my side business of gun rental.
That's true. One pays for the other. Crisscross.
Chris Pratt.
But there's potentially a mechanic fee that I can take where I can actually, mechanic
Okay,
trick.
it's an AC 5, so you actually, sorry, you know what? It actually, no, I'm confused with the Pathfinder, which is an AC 10. Which
I
actually
didn't
is,
know it had gotten less. I was
yeah,
going with
it's actually
previous.
built into also the rule system that we're currently using, and I'm going to change that because that confused me too. So, Cheddar, you actually did still miss. I mean,
Yeah, you rolled a 4.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
rolled
you totally missed. So, but Rusty, you hit. So,
But that's okay. Let me show you how it's done, Cheddar. Because remember,
Wow.
I'm still not sure that Cheddar isn't the brains of them. All right. Damage.
they both roll a 10, which is, I think,
Not
too
a-
low. Yeah, let me
I
double.
think you said it was 12.
Well, it's every person's different.
Oh, right, yeah,
Ooh.
it's on his strength. Not,
Did
yeah.
you do a frag grenade?
Frag grenade, of course. Not
Well,
incendiary.
Because you are damaged and poisoned, your DC went down to a 9. So,
Ah!
so you
So
made,
they made their saves.
They made
I'm going
both
to do
of
Wait,
less
the
the
saves
damage
by
than
grenades
one.
the other one.
DC is based on the character?
Yes, it is based on the character's stats. It has
Yeah,
nothing to
I
do.
didn't know that. It's interesting.
Yep,
Wow.
grenades are 2
There we
damage.
go.
Hey, didn't we say what's below 2? What was that,
Hey,
Jason?
what was that number?
I think that's a 1.
That's right. They
You
both
did
get
1
1
damage.
damage.
I
You
did
threw an
positive
M80
damage
on it,
total.
and it laughed at you.
God.
Hirogi, what are you doing?
I got this.
It has cover from the corner.
Oh, what does that mean?
That means it's going to be have a minus to hit.
Just do a side step.
He actually has no good hit angle from here.
I'm going to try something
Boys,
special.
Yeah.
I'm going to try an acrobatics check. I'm going to tumble.
Acrobatics, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Totally.
What are you trying to do?
No, that totally makes sense.
Let me look up this skill for a second.
Well, tumble, you can use acrobatics to move through a space threatened by an enemy or enemies without provoking attacks of opportunity. You
Right.
can directly go through it, but the DC
But if you
is
fail,
really
you
high.
get attacked.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
20, the bare minimum of 21. And if you fail this check, you stop moving, and you provoke. So you're going to end up exactly where you are. So
No, but how about that's if you tumble through it, though, right?
right. If you're going to tumble away, it's going to be a 16.
Right. So I want to tumble, and how much can I move?
Half speed. So
Okay, and I
15.
move it. I move it 30, right?
Yep.
So I could just tumble.
You're gonna tumble behind him?
No, I could do. That's harder to do. But
If
I'm going
you're
to
going to go
actually.
through both of them, if you're going to go across,
No.
the DC gets increased by 2 per.
I'm going to try and tumble there. That's only 10 feet. And I think I can still do my trick attack because it's a move.
Why wouldn't you just move there normally?
Because he can attack me if I do move there normally.
No, he can't. He
Yeah, he
doesn't
can.
have a reach of 2 squares.
No, I'm next to him, and he can attack me. I mean, it would be at a big minus, but when you leave a threatened square, it provokes.
Well,
Oh, I'm
unless you
thinking
do that
if
special
you-
move.
Yeah, I still don't know why you just don't do a guarded step.
Just do a
diagonal.
guarded step.
Because if I
and
do a
shoot him.
guarded step, I can't do my trick attack.
Well, but you can shoot him. That's all.
No, but I want to be able to do damage. I
Well,
this
you
class,
have my
like,
gun. You can do damage.
your gun is crap. Like, I get no pluses to damage. Like, it's,
The gun that
it's so
you
crucial.
stole from him is crap, is what you should
No,
say.
no, he's
The
renting.
gun I
at
stole
very
off your
reasonable-
person is crap.
No, he's renting it at very reasonable rates. But what's
Yeah,
real
that's
is
true.
that you just saw that other one of that gun kill the other dog.
So
I
there's
didn't actually see that because I was looking the other way.
There's like a little.
Well, guess what? I have some good news for you. Because they have cover to you, you don't get an attack of opportunity on them or you, because you don't need to do that. You can just move out of the way because they can't do attack of opportunity over through a hard corner.
Exactly.
Okay,
which
good.
is-
All right, so then I can move there.
I could have told you that.
Your gun actually does more damage than my gun, I think, doesn't it? What's your gun do?
My gun's much better. Don't worry about it.
Can
I
you
just
look it up?
put-
Can you-
Should I just put
Yeah, you
his
should put it on my
gun
character sheet.
on your
Yep.
character sheet
Yep.
and just make it permanent?
No
Yep.
need.
Because I probably will buy one.
Now there's like a little
You should
meter
get
on
one,
his
I mean.
holster that when you take it out, it starts tick 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 tick.
Buy this one a layaway.
It does 1D. Here, give me a second. I'll put it on your sheet.
Because mine only does 1d4. I think yours does a little more, maybe 1d6.
Well, yeah, mine does 1d6. But if you want to start talking about a rent-to-own plan, we can do that.
Our combats are the longest combats because of these stupid guns.
Well,
I'll tell you what, I'm going back to get my light reaction cannon. I'm sick of this melee stuff.
I thought you had a rifle, didn't
Well, I do have a rifle, but it's because I didn't want to be encumbered. I left it by the door.
Okay, Hirogi now has Rusty's gun on his character sheet, so now you can use
No!
Rusty's gun.
Yay!
that's good. Right.
Oh, good. I see it there. Okay, good. Oh, it's 1d6. Nice. What's the range on that? It's crappy. That's the problem.
30
Yeah.
foot. It's fine.
30 feet.
It's attack.
Why? Do
Just
you want to
attack.
run away further?
Of course.
Attack the one in front of me.
Which one are you attacking?
I attacked. I issued my attack already.
That's
Oh, I
what
have
we
to
like
roll.
see.
I do have to roll my thing.
Oh, you were trying to do your... Oh, yeah, you forgot. Well, you hit anyhow. You rolled a 13, 17, so even with cover, you did it. You hit him. So
6 damage.
6 damage, max damage with Rusty's gun, and now you want to...
Any bonuses?
Well, he's going to retroactively
Bonus.
do...
I
we
have,
forgot.
I have to. You have to not forget that.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just do it now.
Well, I mean, it's a good weapon, Chris. And by the way, that gun you have
Why
has
is it-
4 bullets left, so you're fine.
Yeah, you rolled a 20 for your stealth. That should be-
20 is not enough, I don't think, because it's DC 20 plus their CR. I
Yeah, so it is not enough. So you wouldn't have done extra damage anyhow. So
believe. Okie dokie.
Mo is up.
All right. I'm going to do a full round attack with my Hammer of Justice. Justice. Justice.
That is still a terrible name.
Well, Hammer of Justice, yeah.
Yes. I only have 4 bullets left.
Oh, yes. By the way, that's all right. I'm not charging you too much extra per bullet.
You keep mentioning
so-
this charge. I don't recall what.
All right. The first is submitted.
You easily hit. You rolled a 14, so even with the -4 you hit. You kill him with an 8. You can attack the other one now. And you literally hit
Wow.
with the
You attacked
exact same roll. You hit this time with a 24. You do 7 points of damage. He's dead.
Wow.
Are you
Talk about a
kidding
kill
me?
stealer. Talk about a kill stealer.
Now you killed them. You killed
Seriously.
them both.
Whap whap. That's
And
Yeah, whap, whap,
that's the combat. You're out of combat.
All right, Hirogi, just, you're not going to need that gun from here on in. So it was 8 credits for the rental, plus I'll say
All
a
right.
credit per bullet. So that's
While those guys figure out their
Really?
you only fired 2 bullets this time. That's fine. So total right now, you're into me for 19 credits. That's okay.
Mo is picking up his light reaction cannon.
I don't recall if I agreed to those terms.
Yeah,
did
you actually did last time.
I did.
And,
You're right.
And I offered the same rates before you took it out of my hands.
Man, that's
All right.
that's expensive. But you know what? I think
The gun costs 260. This rental is actually quite low.
Well, can I hold on to this?
No.
All right. Well, these guys talk
now.
about this. I'm searching the body. Mo is searching the body.
Because if
Underneath
we run into
cheddar.
more of these, I'm gonna. You want me to be able to be useful? Yes.
Oh, that's fine. We can talk about that as it comes up.
Well,
Sure.
but I don't want to have to draw it off your belt every time. It's a waste of my.
So you're looking for sort of like an hourly rental at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
You
just
should-
give
you
you a
should-
day rate. A day rate is reasonable. I'll just say, let's call it 20 credits for the day after that initial 8, and all the bullets. So it'll be a total of about, I'll say, 28 total.
That seems a bit high to me. What do I owe you now?
Oh my
You already owe me, I think, 19.
God. Somebody kill me.
So if I give you,
I would kill you, but I'd have to rent a gun to do it.
how about 30 credits for the whole day, and then you can charge me for each bullet,
Okay, deal.
and that's
Sounds
including what I've already used so far, all inclusive.
You're going to make sure my family's not going to have Thanksgiving dinner. Jesus.
Oh.
Okay, no, that's fine. Great,
All
we'll
right.
have a deal.
So right now I owe you 30, and let's start the clock ticking on bullets. I need to reload the clip.
That sounds
right now.
great. Let's go from there.
All right. So can I have some bullets, please?
There's 4 in it right now.
Okay, that should be good for now.
Yeah, not a problem. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of guns, I pick mine up before Rusty tries to claim it's his and charge me for it.
It's salvage right. It's salvage rights on that gun.
Hey! Wait, where'd that gun come from? Hold on.
I'm gonna look at the body that was there in the spacesuit.
After we pull Cheddar off it, he kind of parked on on top of
You have
it.
to get pieces of the body out of Cheddar's treads, and you're getting bits and bone and blood and gore out of it. You're like, whoopsie.
What kind of body is it?
Life science check.
I have that.
Never
I'm trained.
mind. That's not
I'm
mine.
trained
Someone
in that.
else's department.
I studied off-world so I could learn about things and kill them.
Yeah, you better specialize in internal medicine after Cheddar's rolled over.
All right, so I got a 23 though.
Tuttle, let's see, Hirogi gets a 23.
It was an explosion of science.
Tuttle gets
It
a
was.
20.
Eureka!
Eureka! You're both you're trying to race to say who can say it first. Goblin, goblin! I'm like, space, goblin. It's a space
Is it
goblin.
really?
Yeah, it's a space
Oh,
goblin.
nice. Wow.
Does Space Goblin have any space loot on him?
Are you being space greedy?
No, I'm just space looting.
I'll be space greedy.
Yeah, we know that.
Wait. I'm amused at the notion of Chris calling someone else greedy.
Yeah, that is fun.
You know,
Pot, kettle, black?
business. I do understand business is business. I do understand that.
It is indeed.
Well, he does have a very, very tattered flight suit that appears to be now torn to pieces after Cheddar mangled it. You might as well just call it rags at this point.
Space rags?
He was probably killed by one of these things, right?
Space rags. You can do a medical check to determine how he was killed if you wish.
That's one area I was not properly trained in.
I, on the other hand, I think I can do that.
23. You easily tell that this thing was bitten and ripped to shreds by these dogs. In fact, he was killed before it looks like even a disease can set in. He was just torn to pieces.
Oh, I do have medicine. Oops.
I thought you did.
I have every skill, pretty much.
So, yeah. So it appears to be a space goblin. It appears to have been ripped to pieces by these Akatas. He does not seem to be diseased of any sort, which you check with your skill. And the only thing on him is a spacesuit that's been torn to pieces and is totally useless. Plus, goblin equipment is
Crappy, right?
It's below crappy. It's whatever's below the lowest quality. It's 3 levels below that.
It makes archaic look like masterwork.
Mo backs away. Hirogi, this is your loot. This is your turn to loot. Go for it.
Actually, I'm not going to take a trophy because I did not kill that.
Yeah, that's true.
But I will go to the north and see.
Okie dokie. You go to the north.
Right.
To the north, there is a large door in there. As I said before, that appears to be a cargo hold of some sort. And it seems to hold supplies. Quite a lot of boxes, crates. The room's pretty big. It's about 40 by 25. There's just supplies everywhere.
Oh, let's go take a look.
Well, I don't know about that because we've got this camera behind us. Anything we take is going to be... let's see. If we split the party, we can see which one...
That's a conversation.
Well, does
for
it
when
look
we
more
do.
like supplies or cargo? Does it look like it might be a cargo hold and our buddy's package might be in there? Or does it look like a broom closet?
Definitely a cargo hold.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about the morality of...
Well, no. What I'm saying is that if we split up and the camera follows one of the groups, then the other group is who loots that room.
Well, remember our kind of side quest is to retrieve the package for the undead guy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have salvage rights.
I'll buy that.
I mean, if
Sounds good to me, boys.
we take something off of this ship and they have an issue with that, I'm going to direct them to my lawyer Rusty, and he can negotiate.
Oh,
Well,
well,
the
yes,
dispute was
I'll
over the
talk to
drift rock itself. No one
Everything else is
particularly
fair game.
cares about the incidental.
Oh, okay.
No one's really sweating the incidental stuff. At least that was kind of the vibe
I
I
don't
got.
think we asked him about that. That would be a good question to ask.
No, we actually did ask.
about him.
About salvage rights for everything?
Sorry,
Yes.
I don't mean to be pedantic, but I actually just listened to the episode.
And
little
we
bit
do
ago.
get whatever we find, right?
Yeah, the guys who hired us just care about the drift rock, basically.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then the undead guy as a side quest wanted us to retrieve his package, and he said we'd know what it looks like or know what it is or something. It would have a bow on it and his name or whatever.
So it's anything not nailed down, basically.
But because it's undead, like the wrapping paper would be black instead of red and green.
That's right.
I think we should
rough
wait
bones.
10 minutes before searching because I don't want any of those things popping up.
You need to take a rest.
Yeah, I need to take a rest. I took a lot of damage that last.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't need a rest, so I'm gonna start looking around this room, perceiving things.
Yeah, I'll also search the room.
Okay, so you look around the room, Hirogi, and a weakened Rusty. Mo is in the corner, contemplating woe as he's resting and getting back your stamina points. You do have a little bit of a baby scratch as well. And while you're looking around, you see right in the middle
Eight more dogs.
8 more dogs. A shipping container approximately 8 feet square that is addressed to the Eoxian Assembly on Absalom Station.
There we go.
Perfect. That's what
What
we're
do you
looking
know
for.
about that?
All we need to do is make sure that it's something they might want, so let's open that up.
So to quote John Statz's favorite movie, "What's in the box? What's in the box?" I think when we lived in Manhattan, John Statz would watch Seven every single day. And I mean, he went to the movie theater to watch it because back then that was the only way to do it. Yeah, he loves that movie. Anyhow, next week you will find out what is in that box. Maybe, maybe not. So welcome to the new format. At the end of the show is when we're going to be talking about show notes and GM things and contests and everything else. So that way you guys can listen to a short intro and then relax with me pontificating. So what I wanted to talk about this week is diseases. So diseases in Starfinder, as you're going to find out, are a really, really big deal. Traditionally, diseases are not that big a deal. In Pathfinder and Dungeons & Dragons, you'll get a disease, it will mess you up a little, it might make your strength a little lower or do a little points of damage to your hit points, and it's a mild inconvenience, especially at the lowest levels. It's just something that's like a roadblock or a speed bump. Eventually, maybe you can die from disease, but I don't know anyone who's ever died from disease. It's a minor thing. Well, the problem with learning these new systems is that you assume things. Especially, we've been playing so long, we've been playing Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder and every other game, and diseases are never that big a deal. Well, in this game, diseases are terrible. The way it works is very different. In all the other games, if you get a disease, you just get a -2 to your strength, or a -2 to your dex, or something like that. And then every day, maybe it gets a little bit worse. And then eventually, you'll get cured of that disease, it'll go away, and all will be forgiven. Well, in Starfinder, it's much worse. What happens is there's a track, and as you continuously get worse and worse, you go down that track. The very first part of the track is you get really messed up. You get a -2 to almost every single roll and ability. All your saves, all your attacks, all your damage, everything. Just that alone is pretty brutal. I can't even think of high-level diseases in Pathfinder or D&D that do that. And then, after that, you get even more. Then it goes down to -3. And then you can't actually move. And then you're bedridden. And then, well, you pretty much die. It's atrocious. And here's the thing. Diseases all kind of use the same rules. So even the most minor disease can kill you. Now, none of us knew this. And these Akatas just bit Rusty. So what is that going to mean? Well, I've done the math. The math gives Rusty about a 5% chance of living. That's right. The chance of Rusty living right now is pretty low. So what are we going to do about this? What do we do? Does Rusty die because none of us really understood this disease track and how it was going to affect us after playing these games for 30, 40 years? Well, personally, I think that's a little unfair. If this was a board game, you would say, oops, and you would lose the board game, and then you would just play again because a board game takes an hour or two. Big whoop. Well, this is a role-playing game, and you might invest days, weeks, months into playing, and then finding out the rule isn't exactly what you thought. So what I like to do is I usually like to give the guys one freebie. Now, I'm not going to totally fudge the rules. You're going to find out what happens to Rusty. But one thing I like to do is I don't like to kill characters, but I like to maim them, and I like to make them tortured and really messed up. So when you start the game and you end the game, your character is nothing like what you began. And it just goes in ways and directions you don't expect. Why? Because it makes great storytelling. It makes memorable characters and it makes memorable adventures. And that's why we do this in the end. We do this to tell a really fun, exciting story. That's why we play these games. And if you kill a character, yeah, okay, you killed the character, he's gone, big whoop. Who cares? You might remember him, but then you just start a new character. But if you get a character who starts to get mutated, that maybe turns undead, or grows a new arm, or becomes a mutant, or has wings come out of him that are insect wings, or something else horrible, now that is a character you remember, and that is fun to roleplay. So, let's just say that Rusty, maybe he survives, maybe he doesn't, but there's going to be a price to pay. And how big of a price? Well, let's just say we might have to change the character portraits. That's how big the price is. Well, you won't hear about that for a few more weeks, but I'm just giving you an idea of how I handle these sort of things. When you start a new system and you don't fully understand the consequences. And it's not the player's fault or my fault. It's really we're learning the system. And this system, although is nearly identical to Pathfinder, as we're finding out the hard way, this system for diseases and poisons is woefully different and extremely deadly, even at the lowest of levels. And these Akatas, I'm going to say right now, I like this adventure quite a bit, but it's extremely unbalanced, and these Akatas are way too powerful for low level. Now, I don't blame anyone. This is the first adventure, and the first adventure always is a little wonky, because they were still writing the rules when the adventure was created. For example, there's actually monsters in this adventure that have feats and abilities that don't exist in the game. You'll even find out that they get a magic item later that they can't even use. There's lots of wonkiness in this system, and these Akatas and their insanely deadly disease is just one more. So all I'm saying is that don't punish your players if you're a GM and you're starting a new system. I usually give them one free pass, and I'll do something cool to their characters and won't kill them outright. However, it's one free pass. After that, the gloves are off and it's up to them to survive. And also, I find it way more interesting to maim and disfigure your PCs than to kill them outright. Trust me, it's going to make a much more exciting podcast and a much more exciting campaign. So with that, let's quickly get to the contest. Once again, don't forget to send me your new taglines if you have taglines for the end of the show. If we like it, we'll record it and give you some prizes. I got a couple of really good ones, and people are sending me like 20, 30 taglines at a time. That's fine. Send as many as you want. If we like them, we'll select them. You'll win. So there's really no limit, and we'll let you know in a couple of weeks. Also, please review us on iTunes if you haven't already. We also just got 1,000 likes on Facebook, which is pretty awesome. And don't forget, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, review us on iTunes. It really helps with the show. And we will have a new show next week. A lot of cool stuff happens in that one. Otherwise, hope you guys all have a good holiday season. Hope you guys all eat a lot and get lots of cool presents. And enjoy the holiday weekend. And I will see you next week.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, a Starfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com or drop us a line at contact@rollforcombat.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and other social media platforms. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember, when your GM smiles at you, it's already too late.